Hey everybody, it's the guy Matthew, and welcome to NFL Picks for Week 8. Let's get straight into it. Starting off, we have the Ravens and the Bucks. Baltimore actually survived once this week against Cleveland, while Tampa Bay lost to Carolina. The Bucks are, and I can say they're awful, but like they haven't got some issues. Uh, talking about the Bucks more. Um, Todd Bowles is, I think he like some guys like Nathaniel Hackett of Denver, who we'll talk about in a second. Some guy, maybe Josh McDaniels of the Raiders as well. Some guys are just better as coordinators. That's Todd Bowles for you. He's a great defensive coordinator, but like head coach, I think there's some issues. I mean, offense, maybe Bruce Arians, maybe he was more important than we thought to Tampa being well and Brady. Anyway, it's a short week. Tom hasn't looked good this year. Mike Evans dropped that touchdown. Refs thing, that whole scandal. I just don't have faith in the Bucks right now. I think Baltimore goes into Tampa and Lamar outduels the GOAT. Give me Baltimore to win on Thursday. Alright, then in London, Broncos and Jags. God, dude. I'm probably not gonna watch this game if I'm being honest. Like waking up at 9:30, I'm like, come the fuck on. Like that's reason enough not to watch it. Anyway, Denver obviously looking awful. I don't know how Russ is. Like, what's his status this week? Hopefully he's the goal, because no, see guy gets hurt. Jags, just dealt James Robinson with my message, dealt Cam Akers instead to the Jets for like a fifth or sixth, giving ETN noise. I do think ETN has higher upside than Robinson. Oh yeah, this game I think is gonna be pretty close just because both teams, Jags is still good, but they are improving. Broncos, so I don't have faith in Nathaniel Hackett. I think Phil's gonna bounce the game. I think ETN's gonna have his first big game as a pro. Give me Jacksonville to beat Denver. I'm Miami and Detroit up next. Glad to see Tua came back and healthy. Yeah, and he looked decent. Should have been intercepted like 4 times though, but looked decent, especially if his injury. Glad he's okay. Lions, Goff had an awful game for them. They got the asses kicked by the Cowboys. Giving Miami to them pretty easily. I think they'll expose that Detroit defense more than Dallas did, and I think they'll get the win safely. Panthers and Falcons. Panthers win, Bucks lost. Panthers on first place. God, that feels weird to say. Falcons win, Bill in first place as well for Tampa loss. I'm picking the Falcons here. Tough game against Cincinnati. They did it about how I thought they would. Pretty much. Panthers obviously had big upset win over the Bucks. PJ Walker. Maybe a better without CMC. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Falcons in this one. I think they have more firepower on offense. I do think they have some holes at corner, but I think that they can outpace the Panthers and get the win. Give me Atlanta. Next, Cardinals and Vikings. Cardinals have had win not a couple of those, excuse me, Thursday. Night of the Saints, so Kyle got to go home and play the new Call of Duty. Minnesota coming off a bye. I think that extra preparation helps out. Kirk Cousins, I think. Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson. I think Arizona's defenses look shaky all year. Cardinals offense also, I do have some concerns about. I know that they got 2 interceptions, the Cardinals, but that's against Andy Dalton. Like, come on. I think the Vikings are just going to be too much. Give me Minnesota to win. And despite a Bears win, give me the Cowboys for the lock of the week. I think Dallas' defense is an awful matchup for Justin Fields. I think they're going to force him into mistakes, create turnovers by him, and other guys' fumbles as well. I think Fields is going to struggle against this Dallas defense. I think Monday night was more of a fluke domination than what the norm is. They are improving. I'll give them credit each week, it seems like to me. But 2 of their wins have come in like bad weather because it was raining on and off last night, pretty foggy. Obviously, week 1 monsoon. Cowboys, meanwhile, Dak played. I'd say I'm a bit disappointed in him, but he played pretty solidly, especially coming back, easing him in. Coming down fully as a carry against the Detroit defense. I think you'll see, Dak get a bit more comfortable this week. So give me the boys to beat the Bears in the lock of the week. Up next, Raiders and Saints. Raiders beating the Texans pretty handily like I expected. Saints losing to the Cardinals. Uh, Feels like a real game of something to sound going against his former team, Josh Jacobs continues to look good. No idea who the Saints QB is, and I just can't pick him. Plus, the Raiders, like I said, I feel like the Raiders are better than their record shows. Should have beat the Cardinals, should have beat the Chiefs. We'd be talking about them as a wild card team and possibly leading the division. But yeah, I think the Raiders have a pretty easy schedule coming up from what I've seen. I think they play the Jags and Broncos as well the next couple of weeks. I think you start to see the Raiders possibly creep back into the wild card conversation. Give me Las Vegas to win over New Orleans. Alright, battle for Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh and Philly. Can he pick a ton? Not it, pick it, but pick a ton. Yeah, Pickett's looked pretty bad so far, I will say. He's had a bit of a suck, I will say, for Pittsburgh. They've had some flashes, but rookie QB gonna be growing pains. Eagles coming off a bye, best team in the NFL, I'd say. Probably only undefeated team left, 6-0. Uh, I, I don't think TJ has to come back this week, possibly next week. For I hold like 6 weeks, and it's the second week of September, so maybe first week of November, which will be huge for Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think especially against this Philly secondary, which last we saw they picked off Cooper Rush 3 times. I think they're gonna get picked off a bunch again by Darius Slay and them in the secondary. I think they're gonna struggle to move the ball. I don't Najee Hill seems to be still a bit banged up, and I think Philly will just continue to show they're the best team in the NFL with Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Miles Sanders, and them just overpowering Pittsburgh defense. Give me the Eagles to win. Oop, my bad, didn't mean to do that. Alright, Patriots and the Jets here. QB controversy in New England, obviously. Pat's offense looked awful all last night, but they looked better with Bailey Zapp. Mac Jones had a quicker grown man in the going down. It's pretty funny to see. But yeah. I put in Bailey's. I have no idea what to do with quarterback in New England, so I really don't know. First year without McDaniels or Brady, like without one of them in the while for Belichick, and offenses just looked pretty bad all year except for Zappy. Jets meanwhile big loss. Brees Hall, but obviously got James Robinson to help cope with it. I think that'll hold. Zach Wilson, I like him for the memes, if he saw was in the offseason, but I really didn't think he'd be good out of college. I only liked him because of the memes. But yeah, Jets feel like they're a good team. I'm gonna say, I feel like they're not at they're not the elite yet, but they're definitely I think a playoff contender. Which is good to say. But Belichick's historically owned the Jets. I think the Patriots will come out and give the Jets one for their money, but I see the Jets trying to turn a corner, winning a game that they would normally lose. Give me the Jets to win this one. Alright, Titans and Texans. Pretty safe to say Texans are the worst team in the NFL, in my opinion, by far. Give me the Titans to win pretty easy. King Henry has a good day. Tannehill plays solid, defense all around. Give me an easy Titans win. Alright, Giants and Seahawks are next. Two of the surprises in the NFL. Seahawks only lead the NFC West by like due to some bias for my Williams and the 49ers sucking. They probably will beat my Williams. Yeah, taking on the Giants. Giants obviously cardiac Giants winning another fourth quarter comeback. Winning by a yard over Jacksonville. But Danny Dimes looks pretty solid this year. Saquon definitely has a case for comeback player of the year. If you ask me right now, I'd give it to him. Stanford, Geno Smith, like the Bills, I feel like this is more of an outlier season for Geno Smith, like the Bills having an outlier win. DK Metcalf's out. That's definitely going to hurt the offense. Kenneth Walker has looked solid, though. I think he's a contender for Rookie of the Year on offense. But I think the Giants come in, keep on winning. I do think it'll be another close game because that's just the type of games the Giants play. But I do think New York will go into Seattle and get a win. Give me the Giants to pick up the win. Alright, next up the Commanders and the Colts. Colts benching Matt Ryan the rest of the season despite him. They say so, but he's getting benched if you haven't seen rest of the year, which is really embarrassing for the Colts. My thing is in like 2020, why didn't he just draft a QB? Like, not Jordan, but like Jalen Hurts. I know you drafted Jonathan Taylor, but still, couldn't have taken a shot on Malik Willis this offseason if you didn't have faith in Matt Ryan. Sam Ellingo. No disrespect to Sam, I don't think I just really, don't remember him at Texas because he's been in the NFL as a backup the past couple years. Commanders, though, last week coming off at up. I don't even say it's an upset anymore because the Packers are awful in my opinion. With Taylor Heineke got the Commanders a win last week. McClellan had a nice catches. This is gonna be a like feeling of a real game. Two teams that like I just can't figure out. I still think the Commanders are bad. I just think the Packers are worse. Um, I'm gonna ride with the Commanders Colts. I'll take the Colts here because it's at home. I think Heineke will like he's good. He's a decent QB. Don't get me wrong. He can start the game with you as a backup. But I think I think the Colts. I think JT finally gets it going. I think they make it a bit of a spark with Ellingo. Some motivation. I think that defense also, despite being cold, could definitely help out, give Heineke and the fits. I think Brian Robinson and Antonio Gibson could struggle. So give me the Colts to win. Oh, 49ers against my Williams. 49ers getting their asses kicked last week by the Chiefs. So thanks for making my bye week wait, Niners. But yeah, but they got CMC, who told up a couple weeks ago in some games, which is scary. But my Williams will get him healthy now. Makes me feel good. Van Jefferson coming back. Brian Allen finally giving us somebody other than Rob Havenstein along that offensive line. And when we played the Panthers a couple weeks ago, who'd have thought our offensive line played well? Stafford didn't die. I know it's against the Panthers, but the Panthers beat the Bucks and gave Brady fits. So I'm just saying, I'm taking that one a bit higher now. But yeah, I feel a lot better, especially about that right side of the offensive line. Can have Allen slide over to help if you want. So I feel a lot better about our line going into this game. Niners a bit banged up as well, still CMC, but Jimmy Garoppolo's still your QB. But I do think Niners, it's actually going to be a close game. Niners are on the side for the first time since a NFC Championship game last year. Great game, obviously. But I believe Van Jefferson coming back. Allen Robinson keeps getting involved. Cup keeps being Cup. I believe, AD been kind of quiet this year. I believe AD gets a statement here. Jenkins being great. I think my Williams are going to avenge a week 4 loss. We're healthier now. I think Stafford will. Sounds good on the ball at least once, I will say, but I think he's going to make a couple big throws. Probably one to Cup, then one to Jefferson. Henderson, I think, still plays solid in our offense. I think our line can hold up just enough. I see my Williams squeaking out the win over the hated 49ers. Alright, the Sunday Night Massacre coming up. Packers and Bills. Packers are going to get their asses kicked straight up here by the Bills. Bills coming off a bye, extra week to prepare. Packers have looked awful the past 3 weeks. Rodgers hasn't looked bad, but you need to give the ball to Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Well, they don't have any receivers for Randall Cobb. I get you have to develop their receivers with come on, it's bad. Their defense has also been bad the past few weeks. I just see Josh Allen and the Bills offense tearing it up. Give me the Bills to win. And finally on Halloween night, Bengals and Browns. I think Joe Shiesty and the Bengals continue their offensive goodness. I couldn't think of a word there. Basically, I think the Bengals continue what they did last week into this week. I think Cleveland, I think if they play the ground and pound game, please fade this to Kareem Hunt, by the way. I think the Browns can run the ball. Nick Chubb can keep him in this by just keeping the ball away from Burrow, but I don't think it will matter. I think Burrow and the Bengals will just be too much for Cleveland. Give me Cincinnati to win. And those are week 8 picks. Hope you're on track. Catch you guys later. Later, guys.